Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next horrific chapter of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, and Marty. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Aren't they great? Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or putting your favorite pictures in the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. This week, we got one more campaign that's going to be tomorrow, Thursday, at 7 p.m. Central. We're talking about Leropen Tales, Tyranny of Dragons. And one of our heroes just kind of pieced out on the rest of the group. That was fun. And now the rest of them have to figure out...
Not my definition of fun.
Yeah.
What a day to tune into that stream.
I know, right? Right? But so anyway, they are going to try to regroup and get back to the task at hand, which is finding that Cult of the Dragon. So check it out tomorrow. That's Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, right here on Random Rhapsody. After that, next week, we have the Aethertech War on Monday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then following that, we have our Dreams of Infinity, our Magi Knights, I can't talk today, our Magi Knights Awakening campaign. So we got lots of content coming up and even more in the future. So definitely come check that out. Now you can keep up to date on the schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's it. We're done. That's the announcements. So join us as we return to the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave Expedition as they attempt to survive a Sonnet of Blood! Howdy, everybody. We are back. And if you've been watching this series, you know how I do the recap. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which in this campaign is good for a free Nat 20. I was insane when I offered that, but if I do the recap, I get that coin too, which is a lot worse for them than it is for me. So I always offer it up, and nobody's been brave enough to let me have it in this campaign. But you never know. Maybe one day I will. But let's check out. Okay, so who wants to do the recap, everybody?
I'll do the recap because I don't want to get shot in the back.
Aww. In that case, Delphine, tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
We did a lot of traveling. We were kind of stalked by some wolves, and then Strahd, wonderful Strahd made an appearance, insinuated that, I apologize if y'all can hear that, insinuated that our friends at the winery were dead and there would never be any more wine, basically reminding us that we are on a time crunch and said that our time for the dinner is drawing close. And he doesn't think that we'll be able to complete our mission by then. Delphine had to grab a hold of Urzak just so she didn't try and stupidly attack him again. Been there, done that. And then we made it back to Argynvostholt, where we took the skull, and the moody Vladimir Hornguard, little dick, was like, "That's not the skull of my master. Go fuck yourself." And now we have to walk all the way back to the mausoleum and put the skull there, and hopefully it accepts the skull as it actually being his and not some other dragon, so we can get this sword.
God, wouldn't that be a bitch?
I don't want to fight this guy, but I will.
Fair enough. There you go, Delphine. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Don't forget to use it. It's only going to last this session. Well, Expedition members, you are standing in the large and somewhat destroyed audience chamber on the 3rd floor of Argynvostholt, the former home to the Order of the Silver Dragon. At the very end of this chamber stands the aforementioned once commander of the Order, the Revenant Vladimir Hornguard, who, like Delphine says, has demanded that you prove that you are in fact carrying the skull of Argynvost by sealing it in the mausoleum located in the graveyard behind the keep. Only if Argynvostholt accepts the skull of its master will the undead warrior relinquish that sword of light that your tarokka reading foretold. It is not yet midday, and as of this morning, you have 6 days until your dinner with Strahd. The light of that behind the gray clouds just kind of is beginning to illuminate the large stained windows behind the Revenant, who is standing there holding his greatsword, scowling at your group. You have a bunch of broken bones on the floor and a portable hole plastered to the wall near your group. So, with that in mind, Expedition, what do you want to do?
Let's take these bones back downstairs, I guess.
I'll help. Do we want to put him back in the hole, or do we want to put him on a disc?
I suppose whatever's easier.
I would say 6 one way, half dozen the other, I guess.
All in all, it'd probably take your group less time to just throw it back in the hole.
We'll just throw it back in the hole.
Yeah.
You do so. What's that, Vide? Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, putting it in the hole, we wouldn't have to worry about maneuvering around crap. But just put it in a hole and put it in our pocket.
Fair enough. Takes you about 10 minutes or so to gather up all the bones, throw them back in the hole, peel down the hole, fold it up into its handkerchief size, and make your way out of the chamber. Lord Vladimir just kind of watches your group impassively as you're doing this. He eventually goes and sits back down in his throne, leaning the greatsword against the side of it and just slumping in the thing with a kind of dusty huff. Other than that, he seems to take no notice of your group. And once everything's gathered, well, it's not really a difficult trek. You know where you're going. You had literally been there less than 30 minutes before now. Down some stairs,
Oops.
through the courtyard, or into the mausoleum. It is a tall stone building. It has double iron doors, and when you open them and walk inside, you can still see that there are 4 raised daises in the room, one on each of the cardinal directions. Other than that, the room is mostly bare, other than some inscription on one of the walls that which is the above the dais facing north. And you all tried to read that one previously, but none of you speak that language, so didn't quite figure out the meaning of that one. But here you are. What's the plan?
Put the skull where it belongs. I guess, unless we want... Do we need to mend it? I mean, does it matter if it's mended or not?
I was just wondering that too. I don't know if this is... I mean, it's the bones. It's not necessarily the right shape, but it's still the bones.
I'd say let's try just putting them on there as is. And worst case scenario, it doesn't work. We just mend it, waste some time mending it, put it back on there. Hopefully that works. Try the path of least resistance first.
So where are you placing them?
Wasn't there somewhere in this mausoleum that looked like it would be a spot to put it?
I mean, there's a raised. Didn't you say there's like a platform?
There are 4 raised daises, one in each of the cardinal directions of the mausoleum.
Just put it in the middle of the room.
It's worth a shot.
I mean, it's a big dragon. I think the only place that the whole school would fit.
Special guest appearance.
Mm-hmm. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Cog has to place the portable hole against one of the walls, step inside, and begin pulling out the bones. And there are a lot of them. It is fragments of a gigantic dragon skull. Some of the pieces are relatively decent in size. Others are very tiny. And Delphine is correct in the fact that it is a freaking puzzle piece. Or it's just a giant puzzle, I should say. You do a very thorough sweep of the portable hole, and once everything is out, you all kind of pile it in the center of the room. You all then step back and watch for a moment, waiting. Nothing. You wait for another moment. Eventually, you all look to one another. Nothing.
I guess I really don't know what I expected here.
Yeah. Is there anything on any of these raised dioceses, whatever, that like would indicate that maybe that's where they would put a dragon skull?
The walls and everything are featureless, save for the northern dais. Above that is that inscription that I described previously.
I mean, if that's the only one that's different, why don't we just throw them on there? See if that's. I mean, obviously that's
That's worth a shot.
the inscription means something.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it's nothing bad. Hopefully, it's not like, do not put the dragon here, or you will die. And nobody has like any spells or anything that could translate this, dude. Do you?
No.
Actually,
Oh,
I should have comprehend languages. Let me just double check. I do. I have comprehend languages that I can ritually cast and read it.
Yeah, I might want to do that then. Just, I mean,
that would be very helpful.
yeah, that'd be slightly, maybe a little bit useful. Just a tiny bit.
I will spend the 11 minutes to ritually cast comprehend languages so that I can read the inscription.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything during those 10 minutes while Delphine's casting the spell?
I'll pop a divine sense just to see if there's any other hidden clues around this area. I know there's a hell of a lot of undead around, but I think we've been here long enough that I hope I can kind of tune that out at this point.
Mm-hmm. It allows you to sense undead, fiends, and celestials?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Good news is that when you cast your divine sense, you don't sense anything other than that general malaise of undead feeling that you tend to sense whenever you cast this in Barovia. But beyond that, you don't sense anything that kind of pops up as unique.
All right. Worth a shot.
After 11 minutes go by of the rest of you all just kind of sitting there waiting while Delphine sits crisscross applesauce going through her book, ritually casting the spell. Eventually her eyes flash just a dark purple, and she looks up to at that inscription. What you read, Delphine, is, "Here lie the bones and treasures of Argynvostholt, Lord of Argynvostholt, and founder of the Order of Silver Dragon."
I will recite that to the group.
Well, that's a lot more helpful now that we know what that says.
Yeah, I still think that's probably our best shot. Put it up on there. But it says bones and treasures. I hope we don't have to find treasures to put in here to finish this. I hope it's just the bones it needs.
If there's another like day or two worth of fetching things that we have to go through for these people, I'm over it.
Yeah, we don't really have the time for that.
Fully done.
Yeah,
Over it.
I have to agree with Urzak. Like, we don't have time.
Definitely not. Well, do we want to just throw these bones up there gently throw them up there and hope for the best?
Place them.
Place, throw, same difference. I'm assuming we're like kind of trying to make it vaguely look like a skull as best we can.
Sure.
I'm busting out the Elmers.
Yeah, you
I can do my best.
Well, I mean, you tell me. You do have the mending cantrip. It would just take time. Do you actually sit there and mend the thing?
Oh, what else we got going on, I guess? I don't think I have mending. Does Cog have mending?
Cog does not have mending.
Okay.
Or or do we want to just kind of toss them up there right now and just see what happens?
Yeah, let's
How
just see
about-
what happens first.
How about we
and
do
then-
this? How about we do this? We just place the bones in this spot here. I'll start trying to piece it together and mend it while you guys go talk to the guy and see if just putting the bones in here was enough. That way I have time to do some of the mending and you guys get to find out if we need to or not. So we're covering both bases at the same time.
That's fair, yeah, because worst case scenario, you wasted some time while we were talking to him and mended it partially, but otherwise, at least we got some of it done. And
Okay. So, as a group, you begin piling the bones up onto the dais where the inscription lies. Makes a pretty decent pile. You have to, a few times, pick things up and replace them on top as they begin to slide off, but eventually you're able to get them all to stay put. Delphine is standing there considering where she should start the mending process as the rest of the group begins to turn and leave the mausoleum. But as they step away, light begins to fill the chamber. The glow spreads from that dais outward, filling the room with a soft pale light. You see a shadow begin to swirl around the room. At first it's just a black blob of a shadow, but after a moment it seems to spread outward, elongating, creating shape of wings, tail, and head. A shadow of a dragon flying around the room once, twice, a third time. Then suddenly, the light is sucked away from the room and appears as a glowing orb in the hanging midair. You sense warmth and cold at the same time. But before any of you can react, this light flies out the door. What do you do?
Just chase after it, I guess.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. I would follow it.
Finally, something happened.
Right?
You go running out of the mausoleum. Looking up into the air, you can see that glowing light flying through the air, streaking upward towards the tallest tower of the keep. You all halt in place, unable to follow it, and you watch as this glowing beacon of light reaches the top of the tower and just explodes in a scintillation. You can see a pale whitish blue glowing flame flickering from the very top of the keep, bathing the entire area around you in a soft glow and light.
Mission accomplished, I guess. What just happened?
Well, I don't know. Let's go get our sword.
yeah, we did what we came to do. Let's go talk to this guy, see if, if that has satisfied him sufficiently.
You all hurry running back into Argynvostholt, passing through each room without really noticing any of the details. You make your way, hurrying up to the second floor and then again to the third, rushing past rooms that you haven't explored yet, until you come to the audience chamber you had been at just less than an hour ago. There, you can see the Revenant, Vladimir, standing up against the window, looking out that gigantic, the gigantic plate or stained glass up into the sky. Does not acknowledge your presence at all. Just seems to be standing there, staring upward.
What's he looking at?
Make a perception check.
That's 23.
23.
He seems to be looking up towards the tallest tower. Or at least he's looking at the light emanating from it. Almost transfixed.
I think Urzak kind of is still keeping up some of that petty energy from that outburst he had earlier, and is like, so there you go, right?
Your voice kind of echoes through the chamber a little bit. And the Revenant turns to stare at your group. So it seems you spoke true. My love, Argynvost, is content.
Did he say love or Lord Argynvost?
He said love.
So, I heard love.
Happy Pride Month, y'all.
Oh, I didn't. I'm not gonna even go there, sir. I don't want to impose. So he's content. We told the truth. We returned the bones of their skull. So what can you do for us?
The Revenant scoffs a little bit at that. You speak the truth. Though my master's soul is not released from the hell he is in, he is at least content. And a deal is a deal. The Revenant reaches back into his, just behind him, and pulls something out from there. It's almost it looks more like just a round piece of metal as he holds it up and then throws it across the room. It hits the stone and clinks and skids along the floor to your group. And when it comes to its final rest, you look down to see the basket hilt of a rapier. Beautifully made, extremely ornate. Inlaid with gold and silver, opals on the pommel. But that's it. Just a pommel. And thus our business is completed. The Revenant says to you before looking back out of the window towards the light.
Do you guys mind if I check it out?
By all means, it looks like it was it's more your thing than mine.
Unfortunately, Danika's not here because she would definitely point out that she also uses a rapier.
But I thought we were getting a sword, not just a sword hilt.
I have a feeling there's more to it than we could see.
We'll spend 11 minutes. I will pick hilt and start seeing identify.
You cutting out for anybody else, or is it just me with my shitty hotel Wi-Fi?
Nope, that was me
No.
too.
Yep, it was me too. I just, thought it was my crappy computer.
I was just trying to be nice.
Is my if I
I think she's trying to cast identify.
Yeah, she was.
I don't know.
Well, communication was attempted.
Yes, communication was definitely attempted, but I'm assuming what she's saying is that she's going to be ritually casting Identify right there in the audience chamber.
Do we not want to leave to do that, or do we want to just...
I mean, it don't matter to me. I'm just...
As Vladimir's kind of preoccupied. I don't think he cares.
Doesn't seem to. Anyway, you sit down and begin casting your ritual.
Roy. Roy. And
Vladimir does not seem to notice whatsoever for the first few minutes. Eventually, Delphine's muttering makes him turn to look at you all. Why are you still here?
We're gonna take off here soon. Don't worry. I did actually have one question for you, just distracting from Delphine. You said your master was still trapped inside of some form of hell. What did you mean by that? Maybe I can help. Maybe not now, but maybe at some point I can.
Make a persuasion check.
It's not cogs. Yeah, it's a 10. It's not his strong suit.
No, definitely not. The Revenant, however, replies anyway. My lord's body was taken as a trophy by Strahd. Taken to his castle. Experimented upon. Mutilated. It remains there still. I can feel my love. I can feel his wishes. Cannot bear the fact that his body is being used by that heinous creature.
I don't want to make any promises, Certainly no guarantees. But it's clear that our path ends with a final fight with Strahd at some point. Should we survive, I will do my best to return your master's body. I am but a small creature. Maybe I can get some help. But if we survive, I will make the only promise that I will try to return his body.
The Revenant laughs at that, just a hollow sounding laugh. You have spine, little one. I make you this wager. If you could, in fact, find and destroy Lord Argynvostholt's body, or even better, return it here to this place, I would count you all as true allies. But I suspect that facing Strahd will only lead to your death.
Well, it's not like we got really anything better to do. We're kind of stuck here. Either we die, or we take out Strahd. So that fight's gonna happen, win or lose. So we'll do our best.
We shall see. Many have claimed thus. None have returned.
Yeah, I figured. Like I said, we can only try.
By that point, Delphine's spell is completed, and you are in possession of a sun sword.
Hooray!
Oh, nice. I was gonna say, what does it do? Ooh, it's a lightsaber.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's basically lightsaber.
More
In a
or
way.
less.
In a way, yeah.
Sun saber.
It's like when you're attuned to it, you can say it's like a magic word, I think, activates it, or like a certain word or phrase. And it just, literally like it's a lightsaber made of radiant light.
Nice.
What does it do?
I will show you the actual stat block.
It does stabby
Radiant
stabby
damage,
sword stuff.
certainly. You know.
What it actually functions as
Stabby stabby sword.
stabby sabby sword.
Things like a flame tongue kind of sword, but it's radiant.
No,
right?
it's a +2. It's a +2 weapon that for these purposes we're calling it a rapier. It's a +2 weapon, and it deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage, or instead of piercing damage. So it does 1d8 radiant, and is a +2 weapon. Also, when you hit an undead with it, that target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Sounds like something useful for the coming fight.
Might not.
Exactly.
Wait, did I just miss something that was said, or?
No, I said exactly because she cut out.
Oh, okay. Okay, that. Yeah, this sucks because I don't know if it's my computer or if it's her. So I'm questioning it. Like if it cuts out, I'm questioning. Is it me?
I said her internet went out.
Yep. But yeah, so here's the actual stat block.
Huh.
I don't know why the picture and the stat block are on two different things in this, but whatever. Move it to your inventory now. Okay, you've got
we
the
did it,
Sun
gang.
Sword. What you doing?
What's next on the old to-do list?
Don't we still need to find the amber doors?
That is true.
Was that the only thing? I know we got that. And the only other one that I see that I don't know that we've found yet, it was the one about with the Dark Lord, but I think isn't that that referencing Strahd? The very last one, I think that's referencing Strahd.
I think so.
So it's my memory, which isn't all that great. I think we just need the amber doors.
Did we find the holy symbol from the
I think it's the shield.
tower on the lake?
Oh,
Or
Oh,
no,
did we?
I'm reading this out of order.
The tower on the
holy
lake?
symbol is at the amber doors.
yeah, that's the only one we need, I think. Because we got the thing from the dragon's house, the Sword of Sunlight, last of a noble bloodline, which that was Dart's. We got the book. I guess. There's some about, I guess, the Dark Lord, the King of Spades, but I mean, obviously, that's fucking Strahd.
That seems.
Yeah,
Where
it looks
we
like
need to- where we have to kill him, I think, is what that was. Because I think Dart's mentioned that too. He can only be killed, like, truly, I think, where he rests.
okay. So yeah, then the only thing we have left then was we got to find these amber doors.
Which Darts and Esmeralda went looking for. I think they went looking for Robert, but they're also going toward. I think weren't they going towards where the amber doors are? Aren't they up in that mountain range?
I think so. But my recollection of it.
So yeah. So yeah. I don't know where we go now.
I guess we could ask Danika to send a message to either Esmeralda or Darts and see if we can catch up with them.
Yeah.
If that's
'Cause-
where they're heading.
Okay. Well, if you're asking Danika to cast Ascending, she'll go, "Oh, sweet sugar and spice. I'll be happy to do that."
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah. Danika is gonna say. She's gonna cast a spell to Esmeralda and say, "We found the sword. Where are y'all at? We're gonna come look for you as soon as we know where you are." She's gonna report that Esmeralda says that they are currently in the woods, heading to the northeast towards Mount Baratok, looking for signs of the Mad Mage.
Well, I suppose we can link up with them. Can't think of anything else that we need to do that's pressing, unless we wanted to let them handle that and we take off for... Did we still want to go to Algiba?
I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting up with them with the Mad Mage, because that's the guy who can,
Magic item stuff.
yeah, that thing. He can enhance or something my gun. What's it called? Not enhance. I don't know.
Well, I mean, like a magical artificer or an enchanter.
Enchant. That's the word I was thinking of. He can enchant my gun. But yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting up with him, and then also, yeah, I don't know. I almost just feel like the Amber Doors was the most pressing one. Is that what's in Algiba? Is that where it is in Algiba, or
No, Algiba is the monastery or the abbey to the Morning Lord. We were gonna take Irina and Ismark there to put them on holy ground. I mean,
I
Cock
see.
he can keep, he's got 10 days for doing a gentle repose to keep her from going undead. Well, and being raised from the dead. It prevents that, so he can keep doing that. I mean, another reason why Cog wants to go there is because he's got a spell now. Maybe the thing we got from the Conclave that we can dump money into, and it pops out components. I don't know if it would do the thing that I would need, but for Dawn, I need a pendant worth 100 GP, a sunburst pendant to cast that. And I don't know if that's something we could put money into the little transmuter thing and get one of those, or I guarantee I could probably get some from the Abbey. However, if we find these amber doors, this symbol, this holy relic, maybe that is, kind of something I would be looking for. So I could do that.
Yep.
But that spell will be very helpful when we face Strahd.
It definitely would be helpful if we face Strahd. But also, obviously, the thing behind the amber doors is useful. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been in the tarokka reading.
Yeah.
What if that's what it is? What if that's the holy symbol, the sunburst pendant? What if that's what we're going there to get?
Well, I mean, the spell. I mean, it's not just for this game. I mean, that could be. I mean, I could get a sunburst pendant anywhere. I mean, but it potentially would fit both purposes. Something to help us beat Strahd, but it also might satisfy the spell component. Unless these fucking losers have one here. Cog doesn't say that out loud. That's just they worship the silver dragon, so I don't know if they would have something to the Morning Lord or not.
Maybe we can talk to that other guy that was more chill than this guy. What was his name? Godwin?
Godfrey. Godfrey. I think we're probably. I mean, what? Am I going to buy it off him? What's he going to spend the gold on? He can't leave the fucking property.
Hey, but people can come to him and maybe they have stuff he wants to buy. We don't know.
Like the worst pop-up franchise ever. You have to come to him, not him to you.
Yeah, exactly. Look, maybe he's going to use it to buy stuff off whatever their version of Amazon is.
But yeah, I mean, I'm more than willing to head towards them. Because, I mean, that's somewhat in the direction. I mean, at least we'd be moving, northeast and not, closer to Strahd's manor instead of away from it going to Algiba right now.
Yeah.
I somehow have a feeling he is going to arrange for us to get there on time. Like, he's probably gonna, if we're not there, he's gonna send somebody after us and bring us there. I just feel like he's not gonna let us miss this dinner.
So yeah, what time of day is it right now?
It's a little bit before midday. And it's got 6 days left.
Yeah, I mean, so we could, make some headway towards that area.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you could do that by leaving my audience chamber.
Oh yeah, we're still here. My bad.
Death. See you later. Maybe. Gosh. Hospitality here. Oof. You just gotta turn around and walk away. I leave my Yelp review. No more than 2 stars.
The creature does not respond to that. You all make your way out of the audience chamber, still taking shots at the dude who's clearly ignoring you. He's back to basking in the light of whatever's going on at the top of the tower. As you consider what your next steps are, you make your way down to the first floor of the building. You're heading out towards where you have your donkeys tethered. But as you're going down the stairs towards the foyer itself, you notice that the doors to the keep are open. And there's something slumped against it. What do you do?
I'll approach and check it out. I assume it's a body.
You make your way down the stairs and get closer, and I'm not going to make you roll for this. You would see it is a body slumped against the door. It is extremely thin. It seems to be wearing Vistani clothes. Very colorful pantaloons and a shirt and a vest. But as you get closer, you notice that the creature's the Vistani's hair is much lighter and more pale than what you've seen before. Not gray, but almost opalescent. You all hurry over to it. It does not make a motion whatsoever. And as you get closer, you can see one of its ears is sticking up. And it's long and thin and pointed. Much like an elf's.
Right. Can we tell if it's breathing from where we are before we get too close, or?
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome back.
Hey,
Welcome
Thank
back.
you.
you have a voice now.
Make for me a perception check, Cog. Or a medicine check.
Oh, it's a 13 with a +9. Good God.
Ouch. At this distance, at first you don't see any movement, and so you think that it's dead. Take a few steps closer to it, looking intently, and as you get right up next to it, the creature moves a little bit, and you see the chest rise and fall. It does seem to be breathing, but it's raggedy. Also underneath them is a small pool of blood. But now that you're closer and really looking at him, with the sun outside helping a little bit to see, you notice that there are a lot of puncture wounds across his arms and legs. Tiny little things. But each one creating a reddish dot that you, at a distance, you thought were just like the decorations of the pants. But no, these are just dark, wet patches of blood on its clothes.
Kagami just call out and be like, "Who are you?" And I'm assuming you need some help.
The creature's
As
eyes
he's
are closed.
slowly walking towards them.
Yeah, the creature's eyes are closed. It does not seem to react to your speech.
I think he just kind of like wave, Marty or somebody to come with him as he's approaching.
Who's
Also-
Marty?
What am I doing here?
Urzak.
I don't want to be
Urzak.
here.
How did
You know what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how did Marty get in
No.
this scene?
Help
Maybe
me.
Marty's the one at the door if he doesn't watch it. Urzak. He's going to have Urzak come with him.
I see the wizard isn't enough for you. You need a big, strong guy.
And he'd slowly approach, and I guess when he gets, kind of right up on this creature, this person, if they aren't going to react to him being there, I think just from the distance, I mean, yeah, you know what, we'll burn. He'd burn a level 1 healing word just to give them like a little bit of thing to see if any kind of like light kind of like comes back into him. Jesus, and that's actually plus some more. It's +3 because there's 2 plus the level, so it'd be 12.
Wow. You cast the spell, and you can see where his flesh is exposed. The healing begins, knitting up those puncture wounds and leaving only unblemished skin underneath. The elf rolls a little bit and ends up on his back, and after a moment, its eyes flutter open. Their eyes are extremely pale, like it has an iris, but It's almost as the same color as the whites of his eyes, just slightly more blue, but still with that dark circle in the center, making it somewhat unnerving. The eyes roll around a little bit before focusing on you, Cog, because you're standing the closest to him, and then the big dude standing behind you. The elf coughs a little bit, wipes some dried blood from the corner of his mouth, looks down at it, and then back up at the two of you. Who are you?
My name is Corwan. Big Green here. This is Urzak. Who are you?
My name is Sauvage. I was attacked. Fled. Saw this in the distance. Is this your ruin?
No, this doesn't belong to us. Who, or dare I say what, attacked you?
Small creatures. Looked like tree bark at first, but were vicious, attacked in a group, flung needles at me. I barely managed to escape. I was... My dog... Arabella. I was looking for Arabella. Have you... And he shoots up and looks at the two of you and back towards the rest of the group. You didn't see a small elf child by any chance, did you?
No.
She's about a little taller than you. Hair the color of mine.
Well, I haven't seen her, no.
How long has she been missing?
2 days. Not long. We were camped in the woods to the west. Our caravan was heading to a winery here in Barovia.
And Wizards of Wine. We don't have confirmation, but I have a feeling things are not so good at the winery right now.
He shakes his head. No, definitely not. He kind of pats himself a little bit. I'm mostly healed. Thank you, whoever you are.
Corwan. My name. All right. When you say your caravan was, I'm assuming, are you Vistani? You seem to dress like them.
We are not Vistani, but we were traveling with them. They were leading us to the winery to trade. My daughter, she got separated, and so I went out to look for her. I thought maybe she went to the winery ahead. She liked to do that sort of thing. But when I got there, those creatures swarmed out from the building. I fled as far as I could, and that's when I saw this place. I hoped maybe she ended up here.
Is there any sign that she could be here somewhere and we just don't know? like little tracks?
Are you asking him or are you?
I'm asking you.
Okay,
Good.
gotcha.
Because I don't believe she's popped up at any time. We definitely would have remembered that.
Make for me a perception check or an investigation.
And they're both +5. Son of a bitch.
You do not see any signs of her, at least in the immediate area.
Are you from Barovia? Or because you're traveling with a Vistani. You're not Vistani.
He shakes his head. No. I am not from Barovia.
How did you come to meet the Vistani?
The Vistani travel through the mist.
Yeah.
They travel to many places like mine.
Did you come here voluntarily?
He nods his head.
Have you been here before?
I have not. No, but people of my tribe have.
Okay. I didn't know people would choose to come here. We're not from here either.
In my country, the creation of alcohol is forbidden.
That does suck. Are you from Utah?
I don't know that realm.
Clog.
Where are you from?
I'm from a domain known as Nidalia.
Yes.
Nidala. Yeah, Nidala.
I don't know that one.
It is a realm ruled by a tyrannical leader. A woman known as Faithhold.
So, you came here for wine.
It goes for much coin in my realm.
I should hope so.
And it is said to be quite cheap in these lands. So the Vistani claimed.
Well, maybe at one point it was. I think maybe all the people that work at the winery are dead. We don't know for certain, but I think they're dead. Alright, so you came through with your child. How old is Arabella?
She is quite young. Only 11 years old.
Okay. Already taller than me, that's I see a little bit of a lament on his face. He's like, 11-year-olds taller than me. Great. And he said 2 days ago, are the Vistani dead too?
I do not know their fate. I tried to return to where the caravan was after being chased by the blights, but they were gone. I traveled with 3 others. I'm sure they're out looking for me now. He stands up and stretches a little bit. I appreciate your kindness. Unfortunately, I must find my daughter.
Well, you might as well travel with us for now. We're heading out here soon too. This is not an easy place to be in a group, let alone alone. We can travel to a ways if you want to keep going with us, or we can part ways at that time, but you might as well have someone with you.
Where do you intend to travel? I do not know
Going-
these lands.
We barely know them ourselves. We're going northeast, right? I believe so.
I'd need to look at the map.
Yes. That is the general direction that we are going.
You pull out the map and begin examining it, and Sauvage comes over to look at it as well, asking questions about where you are on the map, what different things are, that sort of thing. He spends a moment following the path of the road on your map, and after a moment says, "At least until we get to a certain point, I will travel with you. If I don't see any signs of the caravan, I'll have to make my decisions from there."
As he's like looking over the map with Delphine, does this look like he's up and up? I mean, because he just showed up, and then he's talking about the Vistani brought him here. Who comes here willingly, even for fucking cheap wine, to sell them for expenses back home? Is this guy full of shit?
Make an insight check.
Are his eyes brown?
Well, that's, a 14, I guess. I didn't say I'd guide myself, so yeah, 14.
There is a floating advantage too if you
That's true.
so choose to use it.
Might not be a
There
terrible
is.
time to, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll try it on this one then. Nobody minds.
Go right ahead.
He would guide himself on this one. Yeah, definitely want to.
Get
Well, I'll
it's very funny. Okay.
15, I guess, or do you want to add the 3 to the 14, 17, 15, whichever you want to decide, but
Well, it is advantage, so
What I'm going to say is that he seems sincere in his worry. He's definitely looking a little bit panicked.
man. Yeah, kind of gonna be like, I wish we could, well, like I said, follow us as far as you're willing. If you need to break off at some point, yeah, I would never tell a father not to look for his child. I wish we could spend all the time we could helping you find your child. We are in a bit of a time crunch where we need to get. So as long as our goals kind of align, you're welcome to stay with us.
He says, "I appreciate that. For the moment, I will follow with you, at least until we get closer to where I left my group. Hopefully I'll be able to find some sign of them on the journey there." Okay. I assume at this point you're going to be heading out?
Yep.
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
I would like to be attuning to this rapier.
Yeah, so as of right now, you have the 2 donkeys, and you have Urzak's steed, if he's going to cast that again.
Sure. Well,
Which
actually,
will-
I don't think I need to cast it again. I think the steed sticks around until I unsummon it or
Oh, really?
dies, at which case I just have to cast it again. Let me double check.
I believe that is the case.
Yeah, when the steed drops to 0 hit points, disappears, leaving behind no physical form. You can also dismiss your steed at any time as an action causing it to disappear. In either case, casting the spell again summons the same steed. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a time limit.
Okay. And you can just resummon your steed. That weird kind of outline spectral form with a skeleton on the inside. Always creepy.
Can you guys not hear me again?
I just heard you now.
Oh, because I've been talking and nobody has responded to anything I've said for like the past 15 minutes.
I heard you say that you wanted to attune to the rapier. But that was the last thing I heard you say.
No, I said something. I
Same.
said a couple of things before that. It is like, I was like, oh no, did my microphone go out again?
Well, yeah, you're definitely roboting. Are you still talking?
No, I was attempting this microphone.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, as I was saying, you got the 2 donkeys and Urzak's steed. I assume Delphine is getting on the war horse behind Urzak.
Yes.
And you're going to spend the next hour just attuning to the rapier. Well, it's a 4-hour journey to get from Argynvostholt back to the crossroads that can take you in one of 3 directions, either back towards Lake Baratok and the tower where you met Esmeralda at, or on to the road that leads back down around the mountain to where you met Darts, or the path that leads to the Wizard of Wine's winery. During those 4 hours travel, you've got Sauvage, who's going to be just looking for any sign of his daughter or their caravan, and he's just going to be walking. So you're not going to be able to go at a fast pace if you want him to stick around. Which means that, like I said, it's going to take you about 4 hours to get there. I'm just going to need one D20 check from somebody to get you this length of the journey. So, somebody roll me a D20.
That's an 18.
18. Okay. Give me a D12 and a D8 check.
Okay, here we go. 11, 2.
Okay.
Chuckle. Don't chuckle.
On the road to this location, your group is attacked, or at least encounters, 11 wolves that come charging out from the woods towards your group.
Can somebody speak with the animals and like just ask them to
Tell
be
them
nice
fuck
to
off.
us?
Danika does have speak with animals.
Does she still? Let me see, Danika. Yep, she still has speak with animals. Okay. We did this once before. We can see what she does. She is going to call out and attempt to speak with animals.
Urzak's just like, just tell him we're busy.
We don't want to hurt them. We just want to pass through. None of us taste good.
I mean, speak for yourself.
I mean, I don't know. As muscular as you are, I feel like you'd be really, really tough to chew. I mean, and I made that in the nicest way possible.
Well, let's see if Danika can actually roll decently. Somebody roll me a persuasion check from Danika.
I've got a sheet open. That's a 29 from her. So I roll
good sometimes.
Me, Jesus. So yeah, she got a 29.
Wow. Danika calls out and speaks to the wolves, asking them what they want, why are they here. They reply that they are looking for food. And those 2 donkeys are looking extremely tasty.
Nah, they're no good. They're tough. I mean, they'd be really tough to eat. They're nah.
I would say, Danika, please translate. We don't have fucking time for this, but if you want, I see 11 fur coats sitting in front of me right now. I strongly suggest you fuck off, or you're all gonna be bad dogs.
Do we have a newspaper you can smack them on the nose with it?
No. Stop that.
Am I attuned to the sword yet at this point?
Yes.
Do I want to activate it?
Go for it.
Yeah, just to intimidate them. I'm just gonna activate the sun sword.
Okay, Danika is the one who's translating, so I'm going to need her to make an intimidation check.
Similar.
Come on, Cog. Roll good again. You can do it.
She's
Persuade, or not persuade.
She's got a plus 9 intimidation.
Yeah, but guidance or whatever it is. Can you?
Yeah, I could do that.
Guidance her.
So
I'm going to remind you that she's floating on her broom at the time. So just picture the scene. We got Cog on one donkey, Vide on the other, Urzak and Delphine on a warhorse, and Danika flying on a broom, yelling this down at these wolves.
the 26.
The wolves kind of snarl and yip a little bit and cower back. And I'm going to say that that's enough to chase them off.
I'm just going to kind of lean into Dom and just kind of like rub the side, just past the shoulder, like it's just behind the shoulder blades. Just there he goes, ain't nobody fucking with family. And he's just going to, and then we'll just keep moving on.
You encountered that about halfway through your journey. The rest of the time, Sauvage is looking extremely worried. And
Yeah, don't worry about it. This is normal.
I'm going to make a couple checks here real quick. Okay. About 3 hours into your journey, Sauvage is going to report that he's found some tracks of the caravan. Caravan tracks are leading to the south into the woods. He tells you, I appreciate you getting me this far. You've said this entire time how you have places to be, so I'm not going to ask you to assist me any farther. This is where I leave you. If the gods will it, hopefully we will see each other once again.
I wish you luck. Yeah, Cax is certainly conflicted. So I guess we probably went along that road. Were we going northwest to get away from Argynvostholt, back up to the main road? Is that
You're
where?
you're about right here when he leaves you.
I mean, maybe my sister. I don't see a map.
What time of day is it?
Right now it is about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just after midday.
Of course, my roll 20 is screwing up, so I still just see Argynvostholt. But
Yeah, just I've been having issues all night. You just got to refresh.
when I do that, it doesn't like to want to come back up.
I've been just staring at a black screen all night. I don't want to refresh because then I'm going to lose audio as it reloads.
Yeah. Roll 20.
Now it's up.
Issues.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of been lagging for me a little bit today too.
It could be when all that Windows shit, whatever that stuff went down last week. I know. D&D Beyond was having issues.
Yeah,
so Kyle would just he's gonna just kind of quietly with fingers are we? Do we have time to help him find his child, or do we need to go?
Much as I'd help, it's miles away from where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, we've only got 6 days. We need to get the rest of our stuff done if we have any chance of succeeding.
So he's kind of going back towards the direction of where the Wicker Man was, right?
Yes. The tracks that he found seems to be leading straight to the west into the woods.
Oh, into the woods.
And we think is this where we thought the winery was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So maybe they kept and he said the twig blights came out of the winery?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, you've had 4 hours with this guy, so you could have gotten the whole story out of him. He was looking for his daughter. He came upon the clearing where the winery is, so he went there hoping that she went there herself. When he got to the building and was calling out to her, he's not even sure how many, there were so many of them, came swarming out from the winery building and started chasing him, throwing needles at him. He barely managed to escape, and he was severely wounded when he did, and they pursued him in through the woods. And he basically ran blindly for almost a full day trying to get away from these things. By the time he finally did, he was on the edge of the mountain range where Argynvostholt lies. He saw it in the distance, and weary and wounded and bleeding out, he went there hoping for help.
Hmm. Shit. Huh. Can we figure it out, like, what is he a fighter type? Is he a magic-y type? Would that kind of thing had popped up at all, ever?
I mean, you could have asked him along the journey.
Hey, what class are you?
Well, it's like, what skills do you have, that'll help you find your child? That kind of thing.
He is, he's a tracker, a scout, more or less. He's, he only has his dagger on him, nothing else. But he knows how to fight with light weapons and that sort of thing. He's very good with a longbow, as most of his people are.
Well, Corwan has none of those things. Does anybody have a better weapon he can use?
I mean, I have a spare whip.
I have my old rapier.
Give him your old rapier. You know what? I will give, because does he have any? I was gonna say I don't ever use it. Because Cog is more of a magic boy. But Cog has a light crossbow. He doesn't have a longbow or anything.
Unfortunately, he doesn't really know how to use a crossbow as well as a longbow, but he's willing to give it a try.
It's one of the things that's he can use the bow, but he can't. It's the weird shit that the fucking wizards put together. Does anybody have a short bow or anything? No.
No, like I said, the only thing I have to spare is a whip. I mean, I can give him some rations if
I have a long sword.
that would be helpful to him.
Long sword is not my area of expertise. I could use your whip. I'm afraid even a rapier is outside my wheelhouse. I could try. I just am not trained in them, or the crossbow, but I'd be willing to try either of them.
Yeah, I'll definitely give him my whip because I have no use for it. And would he want some rations? I've got like 7 days of rations that I have no use for.
Please, any resources you can give me. I did not have much with me when I went to go look for my daughter.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just give him all the rations. Like I said, I don't need them. He can have them for himself and some for his daughter too.
If he finds them. Because we've got that little whatever thing. We could put money into it and get rations out.
Well, no, that doesn't create rations. It just creates
just magic, like
just components. Yeah,
components. All right. Well, shit. So it potentially.
Yeah, but I feel like rations are easy to come by.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So potentially that could make my magic, the holy symbol I would need.
Oh yeah,
it is a
Yes.
It is a component, and I've got the gold.
Yeah,
First comes the shove, I can make that. Okay.
Yeah. It just they take time, like cheap things. It's basically like a 3D printer for magical components. How long it takes is determined by how much gold it costs to make. But simple things take no time. Things that are complex take a day or two. It depends on what you're asking for. But yeah.
Well, do you want to go ahead and get that started now? Just in case it takes a while?
It is 100 gold.
I can give you some gold.
Well, I've got the gold. I'm just wondering, we're gonna end up needing that at some point for something. Yeah, what the hell? We'll need to start getting it going.
Okay. You take out the bag of creation, and you put your 100 gold into the bag and concentrate on the item that you're wanting. Due to the nature of the magic of this item, it's you realize that it'll probably be ready first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Should I make one too so I can cast Dawn?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's probably going to have... Can you do more than one item at a time, or...?
No,
I'll just do it after yours.
Yeah, you'd have to wait the next day, but you could, in a couple days you'd both have one.
All right, we would give him what we can. Give him, he'll give him the crossbow, even though if he potentially can't really use it. I mean, it's better than nothing, and the whip. We don't really, Cog's he's got his mace and a dagger, and that's about it.
He will take the crossbow from you, and as well as the whip, and he thanks you both.
Cog will tell him, he's like, I can contact you magically. I'll check in, every evening to see how you're doing, where you're at.
I appreciate that. I hope, as I said, I'll be able to find my daughter and rejoin my caravan. If the gods will it, I hope we see each other again. Thank you for your assistance. I greatly appreciate it.
Cog, I guess he'd point out, he's like, if you find her, head northwest. There is a place called Algiba. There is an abbey to the Morning Lord. I don't know if you know who that is.
He shakes his head.
It's a place where you can probably get help. They're good. There should be. I don't know for certain. So I hope I'm not sending you somewhere dangerous. But if it is what it's supposed to be, you'll be able to find help.
The elf bows to you all and thanks you once again before turning to follow the tracks into the forest. You all watch him for a few moments as he travels in through to the dark woods before disappearing from view altogether. And I think that's actually a great place to pause and go on break.
Ooh.
So we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we'll find out where our heroes are going from here. Stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, our heroes had just left a man on the side of the road with a whip and a crossbow he doesn't really know how to use too well, and said, okay, we got other business, bye. I mean, I'm just saying, that is what happened. But anyway, after that, the party continues on their journey. And they arrive at the crossroads at about 2 in the afternoon. The sun is just starting to dip a little bit towards the western horizon. It's always easy to find where the sun is in the sky because it's the only bright spot among the dark clouds. Now, as you look back towards the mountain you had just left, you would see that bright beacon glowing still faintly in the distance, signifying Argynvostholt. Now, once you arrive at the crossroads, what's the plan from here? You can travel up the old road to the tower where you had met Esmeralda. You have the road leading to the south, which would eventually take you back along Solenka Pass towards the tower that you had met Darts in. If you were to follow the road further to the west, it does lead to Algiba, and along that route there is a southern southern road that would eventually take you to the Wizard of Wine's winery, and Yester Hill, where you had fought the Druids. Probably more than a week ago at this point. So, what's the plan from here, Expedition?
I think we need to meet up with the other two. See if we can find whatever's behind those amber doors.
Yep.
Okay. Danika is going to cast Sending to find out where Esmeralda and Darts is. She casts her spell to Esmeralda, and after a moment relays to you the information that they found the Mad Mage. He lobbed a fireball at us. Darts was slightly injured. We are regrouping.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, I guess I don't call him the perfectly reasonable mage.
I guess Kat would be like, is he still alive? But I guess we should. I don't make her burn another spell slot. Well, that's. So I guess potentially he is alive if Darts allowed that to happen. Allowed him to stay alive. Huh. Well, I guess we'll keep making our way that way.
You continue onward, following the road to the north, leading to the spot where you met Esmeralda. The tower on the lake. You would arrive at the lakeshore's edge. About an hour more of travel. You can't see the tower in the distance. You do not see the wagon, Esmeralda's wagon, in the distance. Chances are she did not leave it here. Do you press on?
What time of day is it now?
It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Shit. Yeah, I suppose we should. If it had been later, I'd say we could have camped here for the night, but... the signs he saw of his daughter was going, west or southwest, right?
Southwest, correct.
Okay, so if there were... he would have looked around here, but... if we know that they were moving in the other direction, they wouldn't be here. Yeah, no, I guess, are we going up through here, or are we going to go back to main road back towards Veros?
That's what I'm confused on, I guess, because looking at the map, this says Mount Baratok is, way across the map, or is it just this whole northern edge is the mountain?
Basically, the whole northern edge is the mountain.
Okay.
It's quite large, and at the edge of the map where you see the elevation start to rise, that's the foothills leading up to the mountain. The mountain is huge to the north.
Then,
So
yeah,
you
I
have...
think-
Oh, go
I
ahead.
think going that way is fine. Just up this kind of direction.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Now, traveling to the northeast would lead you more through the woods. The woods are very dense the farther north you go. Taking the donkeys, riding the donkeys in your warhorse is somewhat dangerous the deeper you go into the forest. It's much safer to get down off the horses and donkeys to lead them. And I'm not going to lie, like I said, very, very dense forest. So lots and lots of trees to maneuver around. The footing doesn't get great the farther you get towards a mountain, as you would already know. So you would be able to ride your animals probably another hour or so before you're going to be forced to get down and walk them. You set off, leaving Lake Baratok and heading into the woods. The woods are dark, and there is a slight chill to the air as you make your way beneath its canopy. I'm going to need you to make a D20 check for me, somebody.
Okay, last time I did it and we got a bunch of wolves, so somebody else do it.
I'll do it. $16.
Roll for me a D12 and a D8.
Seven and 6.
Okay. That's funny, actually. You make your way for about an hour, traveling into the dark woods of the Sauvage woods. After about an hour of travel, you hear sounds in the distance. Wolves howling. While this is not an uncommon thing in Barovia, you've encountered a group once already today.
Delphine growls.
Well, I don't think we can just continue talking our way out of these.
Right. Well, we gotta do what we gotta do, right?
Yeah, maybe it's time to set a bit of an example.
I mean, haven't we done that in the past? Doesn't seem to be helping much.
Yeah, well.
We've been trying to do the non-violent route, but, sometimes you do have to send a message.
Yeah, maybe they'll get the message this time.
Another howl comes out from somewhere in the woods. Make for me a perception check.
All right. 18.
Urzak, you estimate the wolves gotta be at least 30 minutes or more away. The sound of the howl is echoing. There's a little bit of reverberation. And you would know that likely comes thanks to the mountain in the distance. chances are they're coming from somewhere to the north. So while you can hear them at the distance, they're not necessarily close by. Are you planning on waiting for them? Or are you going to continue on?
I don't think we need to wait for them to get here, but we can kind of just keep an ear out.
Right.
Yeah, we can prepare for if they do find us, but yeah, I see no reason to wait.
Not for 30
Yeah, and if it
minutes,
sounds
not
like
that
they
kind of
get-
time.
When it starts sounding like they're closer than like a half hour away, I will activate my sword if need be.
Yeah, we'll just be kind of on the lookout, but yeah, let's keep going. No point in wasting time.
Okay. At this point, you have to get down off of your donkeys and lead them through the dense forest. The donkeys, hearing the sounds of the wolves, they're not reacting all that great. They're kind of fighting a little bit. Urzak, your warhorse, like, you could get down and lead it because it is too big to be walking through these trees right now, but you can also just dismiss it and have it out of the way. So
Yeah.
that's up to you.
We'll just...
Then what I am going to need is I am going to need whoever is controlling the donkeys. I think it's Cog and Vide. So I'll roll for Cog because he had to step away. I'm going to need animal handling checks. Oh, you're here now?
I've been rolling.
Oh, I didn't even see you.
No, maybe I've just been muted and I didn't realize them.
Yep, you've been muted this whole time. I don't know. Anyway, animal handling check.
So, since I obviously failed it,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this.
That's only for saving.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
that's
only
a
for
saving throw. You're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm not going to use that. I completely glossed over the fact that says saving throw.
Yeah, you do have that.
Don't you have that visions of the feet of the past or something like that? Where you can like roll like a d6 or something?
Oh, yeah, knowledge from past life.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it'll only make it somewhat better. Come on, dice. Oh, that's a 6, so that's 11? Yeah, no, 13. I can't math. That's 13, so that's better.
13 is better. Vide's having a little bit of trouble coaxing the donkey along, but Corwan is having no trouble whatsoever. And because of that nat 20, the other donkey is going to follow along suit. So your travel is not impeded for the next hour of your journey.
You know, Cog is always some fantastic animal handling rolls.
Yeah.
I think that nat 20 should also like transfer over a little bit into my donkey. He sees, oh wait.
It did.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so you
That's following God now, yeah.
Okay, I misunderstood then. Sorry.
No worries.
I mean, I made jokes about it's always about family, but it seems like it's actually fucking happening.
As you travel, the sounds of the wolves howling is getting louder. The donkeys are getting more and more nervous, and the forest around you is getting thicker and more dense. You almost feel as though these wolves are just out of eyesight. You all scan about looking for them. You can hear every so often a howl that sounds like it's just over the next hill. But so far, they don't seem to be coming into view. But the donkeys are bucking a little more. They're resisting. The DC for them is higher now. I'm going to need you two to make another animal handling check.
18. That's a better one.
24.
No problem. You continue on making your way through the forest, keeping an eye out for these wolves, confidently leading Dom and Letty deeper and deeper. They are fighting a little bit, but you're calm, you're cool, you're collected. You're not worried about some wolves. You're way too powerful to deal with them. And over the next hour, you're able to travel without any issues. You've now reached a point in the forest where it's beginning to have a bit of an incline in the elevation. You're guessing you're coming to the foothills of the mountains. Every so often you see jagged rocks formed, pushing up out of the ground. The trees here are starting to... what's the opposite of dense? Anyway.
Thin out?
Yeah, thin out, thank you. The trees are starting to thin out. It's a little easier to walk. But those howls are continuing. At this point, you really have a choice to make. Where exactly are you going to be heading? Because up to this point, you traveled a little northeast for a bit. Then you've started going north to skirt around Lake Zarovich. You're currently in the middle of the densest part of the woods, or the biggest part of the woods, I should say, on the borderline of the mountain, which, as I've mentioned, is freaking huge. So, are you just going to continue going north to ascend, or are you going to start heading more towards the east, towards the... because there are some river runoffs that lead off of the mountain, you can see on your map. Where exactly are you planning on heading from here?
Did they tell us, like, exactly or around about where they were when Danika messaged them?
Not really. All they said was that they're in the foothills. They didn't give more of an exact description because they were more telling you what their status was than relaying directions.
Maybe we should ask, so we're not wandering the foothills for several days trying to find them.
Yeah, I agree.
It is starting to get darker now. The sun is beginning to set.
I mean, we could also find camp for the night and do it in the morning.
How many spell slots does Danika have left? She's cast 2 sendings so far. Let's see how many 4th level spell slots she's got.
Cog has sending too, right? Or no?
Cog, do you have sending? Oh, sending is a 3rd level spell.
I guess I can look at Cog's character sheet still.
Hog should have it. It just depends on if it was prepared or not.
Well, regardless, I mean, Danika still has 1 3rd level spell, and she still has her 4th and 5th level spells available to her. So she can cast the spell.
Okay.
She is going to cast Sending again, this time using a 4th level spell to save one of her 3rds. She's requesting to know, she basically, hey, we're here near the mountain. We need to know where you're going, or where to go from here. Let us know where you're at, yada yada. The reply that she gets is, we are in the foothills to the north of the center of Lake Sauvage, past the river that leads to the lake, in the very center to the north. Make your way past the first river to the second and follow it into the foothills. We've chased the mage up there. Darts is ahead. Actually, that's probably too many words.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't you only have like 25 words?
That's way too many. So, she probably would have just cut off at where to.
She probably would have made it a little more concise.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
She said all that, but in 25 words.
Head east to Second River, follow north. Found mage in foothills. Darts trying to communicate now. Yeah, it's probably leave it at that.
Are you pooping?
I was gonna say, you pooping?
But there you go. So, are you
Keep going west?
Yep. Or
east?
Yeah,
Yep,
east.
head
There.
towards them then.
thought you said west.
Okay. I need somebody to roll me a d20 real quick.
I'll do it this time.
Yeah.
The sound of the wolves seem to be getting more distant as you start making your way east towards the rivers that feed Lake Sauvage. The terrain is much as the same. It's less dense than it was a couple hours ago, but travel is still somewhat difficult. I do need another animal handling check from the two of you, Cog and Vide.
Could I give Vide guidance?
Yes.
20.
And what's your guidance? It's
A
D4.
D4.
So 22.
Without issue, you're both managing to lead these donkeys into the forest, despite the wolves' howl somewhere in the distance.
Well, I mean, it is getting further away, so...
Mm-hmm. That definitely does help. By the time you reach the first river that feeds the lake, it is almost 8 o'clock in the evening. It is pitch black out. Those of you with dark vision are fine, but those of you lacking it have to light something. Vide, you've got your scimitar, so that does help.
Fast. Are we wanting to be stealthy or quiet or whatever?
What is that?
Stealthy, quiet, that means you are moving without others being able to
I hear something in the background.
I think that's all. I think it's all in your head, bud. I don't hear anything.
Yeah. I know I'm not the only one that hears that. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, it's probably your toy of Roy's.
It is.
Anyway, like I said, by the time you reach the lake, it is pitch black. So, Delphine's question, as Vide is like unsheathing his scimitar, hey, do we want to be stealthy or not? What do y'all think?
I mean, What good is that gonna do us at this point? I guess. I mean, there's still wolves after us, but it's a bunch of wolves.
I mean,
You
I can cast dark vision on our friends that can't see in the dark. That way they don't have to carry a torch.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but at the same time, I feel like no matter what, we're going to be seen. Like, everything else here is accustomed to this. But it's worth a try to, be stealthy.
I mean, not like stealthy, but I mean like just keep your
Like, not
hands free.
Yeah, not having like a beacon.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, I'm good with that. If everybody else is, I mean, if you want to cast dark vision, I'll accept it.
I'll cast dark vision on Vide. Cog, would you like some dark vision?
Yeah, he'll take it.
Yeah, okay. I'll cast it on both of them.
Okay.
Are we the only ones that don't have dark vision?
Probably.
And the donkeys.
But they're leading the people are leading the donkeys.
This is true.
Yeah, that's definitely how it works.
It is. Haven't you ever guided a donkey in pitch black darkness before?
Through the woods, across the river? No, I never
Yeah,
have.
It's a grandmother's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
It's
just
easy.
going to grandma's.
And they're excited because grandma has the best carrots to feed them. And they'll follow us because they want the carrots.
Makes perfect sense to me. Well, you two can see in the dark for about 60 feet, and you can see the river that leads from the north to the south. You're going to have to cross it to get to where Darts and Esmeralda are. How are you going to do that? It is about 300 feet wide. Which means you can't see the other side.
I have a suggestion, but I don't know if Cog would have the spell prepared.
What's that?
What we did the last time we had to cross a river.
Oh, enhanceability? I do not.
I think that's the only way Delphine could drag everybody across.
Why would you have to drag
Wait.
everybody across?
Didn't Danika have is it transmute or something or polymorph or something where she can?
Oh yeah, she's polymorph.
She does have polymorph.
And then we can make the donkeys little. And if anybody else needs to be made little to make the trip across easier. I don't know how many times she can cast it.
I think it's concentration, so she can only cast it on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the disc, which will float 20 feet behind me.
Yeah, there is that too. How much can the disc hold, though? Can it hold everybody, or is there a weight limit?
I think there is a weight limit.
I believe it's 500 pounds.
I believe it's 500 pounds as well.
What if we turn somebody into like a shark?
500
that
pounds.
could take us across the river.
A shark?
Yeah.
Like a whale shark, maybe? That's big and... Well, no, because that would not...
Y'all seen one of them
That would
before?
die. What, a whale shark? They're huge, but it won't fit or won't live in a river. It's salt water.
Doesn't need to live here, just needs to get across it in like 2 minutes.
This is fair. How long could a whale shark survive in a river? I mean, I guess it could survive for at least a few minutes before it croaks.
Danika's sitting there on her broom, floating there, listening to you all talk about it. What are you doing?
That's also a choice. Danika can also take people across on her broom.
Yeah.
I'm sure Danika would have no issue using her last 2 4th-level spells to cast Polymorph twice on the donkeys. she could make a trip with Delphine and one donkey, Cog and another donkey, and then Urzak. I'm not sure actually if she could take Urzak across.
Well, what if
it can carry up to 400 pounds. How much do you weigh, Urzak?
I think I have this listed on my character sheet. Let me double
She's
check.
got to weigh $150 at least.
Yeah. But we can also make it in a few less trips. So if Delphine does the disc,
We got 250 here for Urzak.
So it'd be
So
a little. Yeah, I don't think it would. You'd be able to shoot.
Because you got all their gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
yes.
this
Why
is,
don't?
this
Why
is
doesn't
my
Delphine? Go ahead. Sorry.
why doesn't Danika cast polymorph on one of the donkeys, put it in her pocket, and I can cast the disc, and as long as we just skim across the river, because it can only be like 10 feet above the water, the disc can't. We can take Urzak and possibly Cog, and then no, because that would leave Vide by your.
Yeah.
That would leave Vide with the donkey by yourself.
Yeah, but how long would it take to go across the river and back?
Not very long, and if Delphine stayed with Danika riding the broom, 2 trips would take everybody across.
Yeah, and like I would be fine sitting there for a couple minutes. If anything, if by some chance something starts to attack me, I can scream really loud. I'm sure y'all would hear me, and you can just turn around and come back.
Well, and if you pulled out your sword because you got attacked,
That too.
The light too.
And your
That
gun's pretty
too.
loud.
That too.
You
Yeah,
also have
there's.
a gun.
Yeah, that's.
You also have a gun.
So yeah, like we've got plenty. Like I will be perfectly fine by myself for the maybe 10 minutes tops that would take the trip.
That's true.
And then after that, if Danika just brought Delphine back, or no, actually, I guess she could just Danika could come back on the broom, and Vide could probably fit on the broom with her, and she could turn the donkey into something tiny, and we wouldn't need
either way, 2 trips, everybody could get across. Using these resources.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. In total, it only would take your group about 15 minutes to do these 2 ferries back and forth across the river. Once on the other side, the donkeys have been returned to their natural state. Do you continue on with your journey? I guess my question is really, how long are you planning on traveling before you bed down for the night?
Do we know about how far we are from the approximate location?
Probably at least a good 2 to 3 hours. Possibly even longer.
And how late is it getting?
It is right now about 9 o'clock.
Let's maybe rest for the night.
That's fair. Do we want to send another message to them then? One last message saying we're going to rest for the night and start back up in the morning to meet them?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just have to make sure that Danika sleeps. She's using a lot of spells.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Vide can take there's 4 watches? I only need
2 of them.
Yeah, I only need 4 hours to rest, an emotionless state. I mean, I still am aware during those 4 hours, but yeah, I can take. That would be, yeah, I could take two watches. We could definitely let Danika sleep. If anybody wants to, take a watch with me, that's fine too. Or doesn't somebody have some spell that, like some kind of hut spell or something that's kind of protective?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you are going to be bedding down on the eastern side of the river. You're going to go, yeah, you do need the... What's a good thing Delphine can use the coin on?
Shit.
I mean, if we're going down that route, I can see if there's a bathroom in the middle of the woods for Urzak to take a poop because he didn't poop with Argynvostholt.
It's been a couple days, actually.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And
you know what?
Urzak is known for pooping at every place we stop at.
Oh my god. Yes. Make a perception check to look for an outhouse here in the middle of the woods.
All right, I'm gonna use my natural 20 to find it out.
Oh, look at that, nat 20.
For a total of?
I probably like, what is it, perception 22.
Yes. With your nat 20 for a 22, not far from your from where you guys decided to set up camp, you found an old rundown building, just a little cabin. Derelict, doesn't look safe, you don't want to go in it, but behind it is a very well-made looking outhouse that still seems functional.
Hey, Urzak.
Got that 2-ply toilet paper in there for him.
Nah, it's only single ply.
Urzak, I found something
No,
for you. I think
with
you'll
the
really
nat
like
20,
it.
it's at least 2-ply.
What are we doing?
They get that old ancient Rome thing. It's a rag on a stick.
Ugh. That hurt my face can't stop scrunching up.
Yeah. Well, the last communication with Esmeralda is, we have the mage. We'll meet you by the river in the mountain. There is a complication.
Yeah, there are 4 rivers by the mountains.
Well, she
That
did tell
definitely
you
is a
that
complication.
they did tell you that it was the second river that you're supposed to follow north.
So yeah, somewhere up here.
Yeah. But
Dog would check in with the elf before he goes to bed. It was what's started with. I mean, what was his name? It's like
Sauvage.
Sauvage. Yeah, he'd check in with him and just be like, just checking in before we go to bed down for the night. Hope you have good news. We'll talk again tomorrow.
You're casting sending as well?
Yeah, he's sending it to Sauvage, checking, because he told me to check in with him every night.
The reply you get is, I'm injured, attacked by wolves. I managed to wedge myself in a hollow of an old tree. They're surrounding me. And that is the last thing he says.
No. Guess we should have fought those wolves earlier.
Can you really quickly ask him how many wolves it is?
Specifically,
Are there 11 of them?
specifically 11.
It's not 11 by chance, is it? No.
Hey, if you want to burn another sending.
No. Don't want to bother, because if he does die, be like, wait a minute, how did you know it's 11? Or then he just audibly, I hear his death gurgle. God damn it.
That's an
Maybe-
oddly specific number.
It's like, yeah, how did you know? Yeah, we're not sending another one. Son of a bitch.
Then I think that's
Look,
probably.
we can't save them all.
I think that's probably a good place to end things for this evening. Then we will be picking up in 2 weeks, folks. They're almost to Mount Baratok, or at least the foothills of it. And something happened with the Mad Mage. Can't wait to see what happens with that.
He's probably dead. If it's a complication, it means they're dead.
Well, I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks. But hey, you survived another day in Barovia. Literally a day. There's going to be 5 of them left when you wake up the next day. So we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, thanks to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in 2 weeks to find out whether or not our heroes are able to connect with the mage and Darts and Esmeralda. Can't wait to find out. But in the meantime, we're going to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Delphine, you're the one who did the recap, so why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm Dyto. You can find me on the internet at Dyto11, but I'm very rarely on. I will be back tomorrow night with Tyranny of Dragons. We just lost a friend, so that's devastating, and we don't really know how to handle that. Mirzel's probably going to start a fight. But yeah, we're following the Cult of the Dragon, and then I'll be back Monday for Aethertech Wars, where hopefully I get to slap some bitches with honey.
We need to create a spell in that in that game called Aiden's Sticky Touch.
That's awful.
Urzak, you're up
That's
next.
so great.
Hey, I'm Marty. You'll see me again in 2 weeks as Urzak, and you'll also see me over on the Bard Rock Network, where things are happening at a pace. I'll have more stuff to share in the fall, I hope.
Awesome. Can't wait. Okay, Vide, you're next.
I'm Brandie. You can find me on the socials as at RiverDragon82. I did this backwards. Here on Monday as Mako in the Aether Tech Wars. And then yeah, at RiverDragon82 on the socials.
Right on. Corwan, you're next.
My name is Joe. I am obviously always Corwan Oliver Goodwood here on the Random Rhapsody channel of the Sonnet of Blood, which I'm surprised we're all still alive. I'm also on the same Monday as this with the Aether Shanties as Zolos Vonnegut. We killed a pirate, robbed his ship, got back home, talked to some nerds. There's a development with the monks. I call them the nerds because my character's He's a bit of an asshole. Talk to them that maybe they might be the bad guys all along. Possibly that our rock friend Skarn is picking up. But they're gonna give us everything we want to soup up our ship. And Crowburn, our other kind of partner, is also gonna be fucking partnering up. So things are looking good for that group. Now we have to go hunt down the people who have Crowburn's partner, and we've got a plan to kind of sneak up on them, hopefully. So it's got to take an old smuggler's route, so it should be a lot of fun. Come join that one.
Heck yeah. Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me right here every Monday and Wednesday running crazy games for crazy people and having a lot of fun doing it. My socials are at Scruffy Wanderer. If it's a social and it exists, that's where I am, and that's my name on it. So go hang out with me on those things. Other than that, you can always find me here hanging around the network. And so, on behalf of everyone here in Sonnet of Blood and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live, until you die.
die.
Good night, everybody.